Hi, it's Joyce, the Energy Lady. Hey, today I want to talk crystals. Lots of people wear them. Lots of people carry crystals and stones and rocks in their pockets, in their bras. Everywhere they can find a place to put a crystal, people are wearing them nowadays. And around their necks, on their wrists, on their fingers. And when a person comes in to see me for energy work, I have them remove all their crystals. Yes, they do wonderful things. They're great and they come from the earth. But they have a purpose and a function. But they do interfere with the work that I do. So I always have everybody remove all their crystals. And the interesting thing is watching where they come from. Oh, women pull rocks out of their bras and out of their pockets and every kind of place you can put a rock. It's been very interesting. But what my purpose for when I do energy clearing with a crystal is I actually do use a quartz crystal wand when I do healing work. But let's talk selenite for a minute. Here's a piece of selenite. This is a very cool selenite sword that I got. Look at that, isn't that cool? And selenite brings clarity, and it's kind of like the magic eraser that you use when you clean the bathroom or crayon on the walls or whatever. It's like it cleans up space in a room. So I have selenite in my room. This cool sword, just because it's shaped like a sword is all, that I think is really fun to cut cords with. You know, when I'm cutting cords, it's like, oh, this is so cool to use my selenite sword. But selenite's a great thing to have if you're working with clients, if you're working with people, if you're around a lot of people, to just have it sitting on your desk, sitting in your office, on a table, because what it does is it helps bring clarity and it also cleans up the space in the room, okay? So selenite's a great thing to have, and it's not super expensive, and you can find selenite just about everywhere, okay? This is a really cool heart-shaped rose quartz. I love my rose quartz. I have a ball of rose quartz. I also have the heart shape. The reason you use rose quartz is it helps to soften your heart. And if I'm working and cleaning someone's heart chakra, I always keep my rose quartz close to my heart to soften my energy as I'm working on them, okay? So rose quartz is really great to have around too. When you're, like I had a friend who had a heart surgery. So I made sure she took rose quartz with her to the hospital, okay? So now ways to clean up your stones. One is to put them out in the sun for like 24 hours, okay? When you get a stone, when you get new crystals, rocks, whatever, make sure that you clean the energy off of them and give them an assignment. You don't want to just have them there for what? Assign them something. I did have a client that came into my office that was wearing a hematite necklace and asked him to remove it, of course. And then interesting thing is that he'd been wearing it for a long time to help protect him and in the work that he works with people. And yet when he took it off, he dropped it and it broke. He said, well, now that's interesting, because really the work that we did together was to help him to not feel like he had to save everybody. And that's the kind of work he's in. And so he was able to release that part of him that was feeling like he had to save everyone and protect everyone. So no wonder he wanted to be protected, because he was out saving and protecting everybody else around him. So people use stones for different reasons. Find out about the stones you're using. There's a whole lot more you can learn about stones. But that's just kind of a little blurb about stones that I'm telling today, because I actually have a crystals class coming up at the end of October. And my crystals class is where I teach you how to use a crystal quartz and use in healing work. But you have to have my Foundations Energy Mastery class first, which I have one going on this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And you can't take the crystals class until you've had that foundations class, because it's a much more expanded way of using energy cleansing. So anyway, let me know what kind of stones you've got and how you're using them. I'd love to know. Have a great one.